Welcome back to Sterling's Personal Poetry, where I'm going to talk about my happy feet. Now, something you may not know about the person you see is that I danced for almost a decade, and it's a very major part of me. I spent so many hours in a class doing movements and tones with my body and listening to music and saw how it flowed. But this isn't about me, this is a piece of poetry about the teachers that inspired me. See, I joined Happy Feet when I was some age old. I don't really remember, and I hope you'll forgive me because that's just what happens when your memory grows old. But I had 3 major teachers. They completely changed my life. There was Tammy Lackas, Juliana Ugocioni, and Whitney, who was my tap teacher from time to time. Now see, Juliana was still a big part of my life up until I left the Shaw Festival to travel the country and live a different kind of life. She taught me for about the last 5 years of my dancing career, and I don't know how, but she worked with me instead of trying to tell me, and it just was so beautiful, you see. She helped me grow and learn as a person, and she honestly taught me so much about life and commitment and want to work with someone different. And then there's Whitney. I'm sorry, I don't know her last name, as you see, because I didn't Google any of this. I just came outside and started to speak. But Whitney taught me some interesting things to challenge the world that I see. She also taught me tap dancing, which has to be one of my favorites, and I would love to do it someday eventually. And then there's Tammy Lackas. She's the owner of the studio where I learned my happy feet. She was around my family and my cousins before me. She had so many hours placed into this building where so many hearts and souls were poured out for moving. And after my older brother slipped away from this life, there was one day I didn't want to go dancing because my heart wasn't all right. And now see, this is where some tears will fall from my eyes, because I remember her coming into the car and explaining to me that it was all gonna be all right. She taught me such a simple thing that I didn't understand, but it was so important for the man that I've become and that I plan for who I will be and who I am, is that movement causes happiness. Doing things brings you joy. Serotonin in your brain is a chemical, but living life is the true reward, and that's literally probably the only reason I am still around to this day. I'm gonna keep it real with you, you see. Because after that conversation, as I cried in the car, I changed my outlook on everything, basically. I still went through the hard and I fell down to the ground, but I was always willing to go to dance, and I really wanted to do it, which is something that really, honestly, helped me got through it. So with that being said, I read a message as I was editing my video for today that Happy Feet Studio is now closed, and it was just 15 years, but it felt like 1,000 decades. If anyone from Happy Feet sees this, I hope that place touched you as much as me, because it made me who I am, and I'll never forget. And thank you to the teachers who taught me to be me. see you guys soon.